Good afternoon and welcome one and all. You join us for this T20 between India and Sri Lanka. I'm Mike Atherton, and next to me in the commentary position is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy and the one and only Lord Gower.
Well, others, thanks to that warm introduction, I, for one, am looking forward to the day's play. I've just been taking a look at conditions down in the middle, and you'll be looking at plenty of runs on this pitch, not much fun for the bowlers. Gorgeous clear weather and no threat of any rain.
Fantastic breakdown, David, thanks. We're going down to the middle now. The captains are ready for the toss.
Well, that's the obvious decision. Don't think a captain has had an easier choice to make. The bowlers are going to need a lot of luck on this kind of pitch.
Right, so we're ready to get underway. Always something special about that first delivery. It can really set the tone for the match. Got that away nicely.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for four, driven away nicely.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep.
Big edge! Just need to keep it simple. Line and length around. Roundabout off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Wait there.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Wait.
Doing well to clamp down out there. 3 consecutive dots, and the batters have lost any momentum they might have had.
Yep, right in the slot, right where they like it. The ball races to the boundary.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Up. Bowlers.
A couple on offer here.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Yep.
Massive edge. Quick onto that in the infield.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
Lovely shot, gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Finds the edge.
Wait there. Wait.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Over. Sri Lanka are 21 for none. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the north end. Great shot through the gap.
Keep us in.
The third was there, they would have made it easily. They've instead opted to play it safe. Maybe a little too safe.
Yep.
Power and precision in that shot.
Didn't time it at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yep.
They'll have to bowl that one again. Must have only been missing by a few millimetres.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying. There'll be one run here for them.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keep pressure on the bowlers.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Bowlers in.
That was a solid shot, driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Wait. Yep.
Nicely ran, working the ball away into the gaps to find the easy single.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away. Really? That's just wasting everyone's time.
Catch it. Yep.
Lovely shot. Good seam position, but overpitched and got what it deserved.
It was in the air for a long time, but 4 bounced just inside the rope. Some adjustments to the field.
Wait on.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Yep.
That is a gorgeous shot, straight through the covers.
A little bit short, not horribly short, moves the feet well and the hands even better.
Huge edge.
Just threw the shot too early.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Nice.
A bit of frustration after that shot, went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
End of the over, 8 off it. Sri Lanka are 48 for none.
Yep, yep.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Yep, yep.
Doesn't want to bowl it there. Overpitched and helped to the boundary.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score. You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper.
Yep.
Off the edge, could be 4. They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Yep.
Good shot, it's found the gap.
Keeper's ball. Yep, yep.
Super shot.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Wait there. Yep.
Really good shot there.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
68 for none.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. The right armour is coming into the attack from the south end.
Wait.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Wait. Yup. Yep, yep.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
That's off the middle of the bat.
Well, the delivery was poor. Still needed to be put away, though. And what a lovely shot to find the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Oh, didn't get the feet moving. Played down the wrong line, threw the hands at it, got nothing on the ball.
Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield. The end of another over. This time, though, some more fielding changes are coming as the power play finishes. And with that, 5 fielders can now be put outside the circle.
For none.
Yep.
Struck it nicely. Could go to the boundary.
That shot brings up the half century. Beautiful batting display, very solid. I think this is just the start.
Yep. Keeper's in.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Wait.
Couldn't get it through the field. Perfect technique and placement.
Tried to take the pace off by rolling the fingers across the seam. It's a great shot. Didn't take a lot of effort to get it away.
Wait there. Yep.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Wait on.
End of the over, 10 off it.
End of the
Sri Lanka are 83 for none.
83 for none.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Catch. Up.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter right at the top of their game.
Wait.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot, couldn't find a gap.
Yep.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up, and let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Yep. Yep. Wait.
A little late on that, no run scored.
End of the over, 9 off it. Sri Lanka are 92 for none. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
That's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Wait there.
Didn't need to bother about running with timing like that.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yep.
Edged it.
Yep.
Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible. Sharma, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Waiting.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep, yep.
Manipulating the field. Asking questions of the opposition captain as they take a single.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the south end.
Yep. Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Wait. Yep.
All the signs that they're reading the ball well. Guided it away off the back foot to the boundary rope.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep, yep.
Nine runs added there. Sri Lanka are 113 for none.
113 for none.
Yep.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Timed that brilliantly.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant and that has stayed hit. Fantastic.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary. Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
Wait there. Yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
9 runs added in that over. Sri Lanka are 122 for none.
Yep.
That's gone all the way, right out of the middle.
Hit that one on the up. A fabulous drive for 6.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot and couldn't find a gap.
Yep.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Yep.
Massive edge.
Yep.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike. Keep the pressure up on the bowlers.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. End of the over, 9 runs coming from it. Sri Lanka are 131 for none. Going with spin now.
Yep.
Big edge. Where's that going? Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Yep.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on.
Yep. Bowler.
There'll be 1 run here for them.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Yep. Keep
That single is just edging the score closer to a century. Looking a wee bit nervous, you've just got to control the nerves and remember to play each shot on its merits.
Yep. Bowler.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive.
Are now 143 for none.
Yep.
Decisive running might have gotten 2. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
High in the air. This should be an easy chance.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Yep.
Huge appeal. The keeper seems convinced this is out. Could be worthwhile sending it to the 3rd umpire.
Well, the margin in this game can be so fine. And it's unfortunate in the end, but if you're the batter, you're still there.
It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand. Great shot.
They haven't messed about, brings up a rapid 50, hasn't let any of the bowlers settle. Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
That's the over. Sri Lanka are 156 for none.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Yep. What is that?
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Misses everything.
Not a very smart shot. Got nothing onto it in the end.
Oh, that's gone. Really unlucky.
The first wicket is down, back to the pavilion, and the disappointment is etched on their face. Can't believe they've got out like that.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Yep. What is that?
Not wasting any time, they're off the mark straight away.
Yep. Bowler.
That gets them to 99. Just edging closer to that elusive century. Just need to keep calm and play the shot on its merits.
Going with pace now.
Pacer is coming into the attack.
Yep. Keeper.
Great batting, smashing it all over the park. 100 runs in no time at all.
Yep.
Thick edge.
Keeper. Yep.
Super shot.
Avoided the fielders, one bounce and four. Fantastic shot.
Pereira has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Beautiful slower delivery, just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
Yep.
Good return there, back from the deep.
Big edge.
Keeper.
Good bowling. Kept it nice and tight and made it hard to score runs.
168 for 1.
Yep. Keeper.
Good throw from the deep, on target.
Yep.
Nicked it. Oh no, that's dropped.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Edged. Strong appeal.
Yep.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
4 runs added in that over. Sri Lanka are 172 for 1. Couldn't get it through the field. Finds the edge.
Yep.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Yep. Bowler.
Good running. Just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeping pressure on the bowlers.
Yep. Bowler.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Yep.
Good throw from the deep. On target. Probably should have gotten back for a second there. Need to push a bit harder on that first one.
Giving them absolutely nothing here at the moment. Another over gone and not much from it.
Nice.
Just threw the shot too early.
Big appeal.
Bowling. Yep.
Huge edge.
Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just too risky. A little late on that. No run scored.
Yep.
Another really good over comes to an end. The batters just haven't been able to cut loose in the last few overs. The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the south end.
Yep.
Edge, there's no one there, could go down to the boundary. That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away. Effortless. A gift, really. Floated it up there and dealt with.
One of those ones where you really have to make sure you watch it all the way onto the bat. Picked up the slower one nicely.
Yep. Ball in there. Yep.
Oh boy, that's really high. This might be gone.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Yep.
Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
That ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
Gee, they're bowling well at the moment. They complete another very good over.
202 for 1.
We thought it might be a good pitch to bat on at the start of the day, and we were right. It was a long, hard slog from the bowlers, and now it's a big total to chase down. A couple of big partnerships will be required to get these runs. This is a really defendable total. The openers will need to get their iron very quickly and get the scoreboard ticking over if they're to have any chance.
Quick there.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Lovely shot to start the innings. Unfortunate they just couldn't find a gap.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Go.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
Absolutely nailed it.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, it raced to the boundary.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Yep.
Couldn't have played that any better.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary. Great shot through the gap.
No trouble at all to punch it away to the boundary for 4. A poor delivery.
16 for 9.
Brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and will want to show everyone their strength. Can't get that outside the ring field.
How's that?
Oh dear, it's been a poor innings under pressure, and now they've got the key batter out cheaply.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball. Good bit of timing there.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Nicely played.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Will you listen to the crowd? They are loving it. It's difficult to hear yourself think in here. into the gap. Nice shot.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding.
Yep.
What a great piece of fielding. 4 runs saved for sure.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Yep. Bowler's in.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
13 runs added there. India are 29 for 1. Great shot, great timing.
They only need a little bit of room, and you see how quickly the ball races away to the boundary. The fielder will pick that one up off the square boundary.
It's a good shot, 4 straight down the ground.
A fantastic shot. Gets forward, head over the ball, and smashes that one away.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. Time that perfectly.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, and dispatches that to the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Wait there.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
The risk isn't worth it for just a single. In the end, a good decision by the batters.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
The timing on that shot was just perfect. Brilliant shot. It was a boundary the moment it hit the bat.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Wait.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
End of the over. 20 runs coming from it. India are 49 for 1.
How's that?
The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this.
Yep.
There'll be 1 run here for them.
Nice running between the wickets, clipping the pads, not the bat though.
Good shot. A beauty.
Really good innings to bring up the half-century. Impressive batting, and they'll want to push on from here.
Yep.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep.
Sounded good the moment it hit the bat.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
The right-arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the north end. Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong. And it's going to take something special to break it up.
Yep.
Just about timed that perfectly.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Edged it. Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
That was clever. Just had to wait on it to make sure of it.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Wait on.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Yep.
Really good shot there.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early and it was dispatched with aplomb.
79 for 1.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive. That's right off the meat of the bat.
A poor delivery, and you don't pass up chances like that. Crashed away for 4.
Yep, yep.
Saw that early. No one's catching that. Great shot.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
Fall through the offside. Easy as you like.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yep.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, and dispatches it to the boundary.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. Caught. One of the easiest catches you'll see.
2 down, the long walk back to the pavilion for them. This could be a huge swing of momentum.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket. Very sweet off the bat and 4 all the way.
Found the middle of the bat, great timing, lovely front foot shots that's raced to the boundary.
With the completion of that over, we see the fielding restrictions finish. Hasaranga coming into the attack from the north end.
Oh yes, the slow one beats the bat. Didn't pick it out the hand.
Yep.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Yep. Keeper.
Good return there, back from the deep. Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Yeah. No.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Yep.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
8 runs added in that over. India are 107 for 2.
Yep.
Nice shot.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on.
Yep.
Great shot.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yep.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
Got it well enough to get it away to the boundary. A poor delivery and a fine shot in the end.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Ready.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Yep.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Yep.
It's a fine sweep, effortless to get to the boundary.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
24 for 2.
Hasaranga from the north end.
Yep.
Edged.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two were quick enough to avoid the run out in the end.
Yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
That showed great skill and lovely timing. The boundary was the only place it was heading.
Yep.
Nice running between the wickets, clipping the pads and not the bat.
Yep. Keeper.
A couple on offer here.
Some width on offer, but didn't throw the bat at it and just made sure of the cut shot.
Oh. Nice bowling. Yep.
It was just a little bit wide, well picked up and let the ball do all the work really to push it down towards third man.
End of the over. India are 136 for 2.
Yep.
Couldn't get it through the field. Trouble. Oh, gone.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
Sodhi won't have the pressure of facing up just yet. The nerves will be rattling a bit while they're at the non-striker's end.
They shouldn't be able to get that many runs without hitting the ball. What on earth is that fielder doing?
Yep.
Beats the cover fielder. Nice shot.
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away.
That's it.
Caught. What a position to set there. A brilliant catch.
Really tried to push the scoring along and managed to do so for a while, but in the end, it's just one risk too many.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on, as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot, gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. Good shot. It's found the gap.
Good throw from the deep, on target. Exquisitely done on the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end. Good return, back from the deep. Good running, it needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Brilliant shot that.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
Oh my, that's racing away.
It was wide and suitably dealt with.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. Easy catch. Didn't have to move, really.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A good start, but that's all they've managed. They did the hard work and threw it away in the end. Strong throw in from the outfield, right to the stumps. Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keep pressure on the bowlers.
Power and precision in that shot.
That gets things going. Getting your first runs always helps settle the nerves.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Too much width and it gives a free swing of the arms through the line of the ball. It's been given the full treatment.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
That's the over. India are 180 for 5. No shot offered.
Yep. Keeper. Yep.
Decisive running might have gotten two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Nice bowling.
Just threw the shot too early.
Oh, faintest of sounds. No one to catch it, though. I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Catch up.
Times it nicely.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
Over. India are 189 for 5.
Yep.
Lovely timing. Will this one go to the fence?
Judged the length absolutely beautifully. Footwork was immaculate, but it was the hands that got that to the fence.
Nice bowling. Yep.
That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
A fantastic shot off the back foot, really well timed. Everyone just had to stand, watch and admire.
Great shot.
And that marks the end of the match. India have taken the victory. The final margin, none. Thank you very much for joining us. Please remember to drive responsibly on your way home.
Extremely comfortable win, just so brilliant on so many levels. You cannot compete with that level of skill shown. It was a masterclass.
There was only one team in this one, an exceptional display that saw a very easy win. That's all from us in the commentary box. See you again soon.